Dr. Stone.
It's time for the doctor.
We
The
back.
doctor is in. So this
Oh
chapter
my god.
was the
The best chapter of the week, 100%.
these are the top 3 chapters this week for all the manga.
Well, obviously One Piece is not here, unfortunately.
Well, I'm not talking about the manga we review. I'm talking about all manga I read.
All manga, which is every manga, right?
You only read like 3 manga. Anyway.
Oh, how dare I? How
Dr.
dare
Stone.
I? It's not like
Yeah,
I have
how
other
dare
series.
you,
I just
heathen.
binged the entirety of Gravity Falls in a week. And that was after binging the entirety of Assassination Classroom twice. Don't fuck with me. We have different series.
Yeah,
I'll kill
you. You poor man.
I'll
anyway,
fucking kill you.
So Dr. Stone.
Yeah.
Black Clover.
Right.
Jujutsu Kaisen. Top 3 manga
ranking?
for this week. For the manga this week, of course. But everyone's probably like, where's My Academia? I'll get to that.
Bottom tier. I thought this week's chapter of My Academia was fine, but we'll get to that later.
No, Promised Neverland's bottom tier. Still garbage, by the way.
When Promised Neverland ends, can we throw a party just to flex, just to be assholes?
Spoilers. The kids are still. Oh, happily. My Academia ending. Promised Neverland ending celebration.
I fly to Nevada, bring confetti guns and shit.
See, I hate to do that though because I really don't. Because there are some fans of that series, and I really want them to enjoy the ending of the series. I hate to be
rip. Oh, I just realized. You know who's watching this video right now? Luke, the guy who loves Dr. Stone so much, and also loves Promised Neverland, and we began by shitting on Promised Neverland.
I hate to be like that guy who's just like a fucking who wants to be that kid. I hate to be. I don't be a person like that to be happy that a series that someone enjoys ends.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm kidding.
I hate to be that guy, so I would do that for views and content for clout. I do it for clout, but
bro,
no, just know that
bring back that I respectfully disagree tweet. Revive it from the grave.
I respectfully disagree.
Tell the story for people that don't remember.
So Yonko Productions on Twitter, he was like, "This is
mad hype on Promised Neverland."
At the highlight of my Twitter career, early Twitter career, right?
Before John Cena followed you for some reason.
Early Twitter career, right? He's like, Promised Neverland is the best manga in Jump right now. And me coming in all savage, the Majin way with the M on my fucking forehead. Sorry, Yonko, but I respectfully disagree.
Boom! Atomic explosions.
And with that, multiple likes and retweets. The most passive-aggressive way to shut down Promised Neverland fans.
Being respectful. God damn it.
Kill them with kindness.
And let's talk about Dr. Stone. I was even gonna joke and say you know how motherfuckers be ripping up their volumes when the ships they want don't happen. I have 4 volumes of Promised Neverland. I'm kidding, by the way. That's the good arc. We don't touch the good arc.
As far as he's concerned, that first 4 volumes.
That's a whole different series, as far as I'm concerned.
The 4 volumes is Promised Neverland. Everything else is just filler.
Yep, that's right. That's absolutely right. Now, Dr. Stone.
Hey,
just like, by the way, just like the first 15 chapters of Dr. Stone are filler until Taiju leaves.
Ooh, so we're gonna put a timestamp. Just
oh yeah, 100%. Because remember that guy that was like, what's with all this blah blah blah?
Oh, that is blah. All we talked about was blah blah blah. That's all they heard was blah 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 until they heard about something about the chapter. That's all it is. Blah blah blah. Dr. Stone. Blah 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 blah. Senku. Blah 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 blah. Oh, that's what they hear.
Bro, oh my god, I'm dying. I needed this. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna start off. We'll get to the crazy shit. I want to start with some less crazy shit. So, I want to start with the hug, bro. That hug.
No.
It gave me the happiness chemicals, as they say. I'll be honest with you, man. I was feeling a little down today. You know, my work's sending me to some random fucking different location tomorrow that I'm nervous about it because it's a whole new place with whole new people, and I'm I don't wanna. And I was considering calling off, but I can't because I just did 2 weeks ago. And I was bleh. And then I got to this part in the chapter, and the happiness chemicals, man, it was happening, and I love it too because it's normally when this shit happens, I am such shipping trash. I always am. but like they managed to make it not even a ship to me. Like they even clarify, no, that's not that type of hug, and I'm okay with it. As shipping trash, I'm okay with that because this hug was more than that. It's just like Senku is just the real MVP. Like he is that dude. I don't even know like other phrases. Give me some black phrases for like the realest motherfucker, like someone you just love.
He's that nigga.
Yes, I that's exactly what I was thinking, but I couldn't say it. He really is, man. Like he's just like think about every time Kohaku has like a moment where she's just thinking about all that Senku's done for her. Like really, just think about it, man. Senku, he's honestly going to be seen as like a fucking Jesus savior figure at some point. Like he really is responsible for restarting humanity.
Oh yeah, you tell them their eyes too. Their eyes look. They're like Senku was like, all right. It's crazy because it's been a minute since we talked about this, but this chapter brought back big dick energy Senku.
Yo, my favorite sex. See, like literally, I know everyone was hyping over the fight that just happened, and fine, it was good. But I gotta be honest with you, bro. That's not what I read Dr. Stone for. Like that was good, sure, and maybe it has something to do with the fact that I read the chapter with zero sleep, and I was like hallucinating. Not this one, the last couple. But like, this is what this right here. Just what?
Watch the stream for that hallucination.
Yeah, yeah, I was dying, bro. But like, this is legitimately what I read Dr. Stone for. The characters, they feel like family. They feel like they love each other and they love being around each other, and I fucking live for it, man. Ugh.
Bro, look at him and hug her back. He was like, "I'll give you the right to hug me." Like,
I'll give you the right. Even though human contact disgusts me, I'll give you the right.
He's like, "I'll give you one freebie, just one.
You can touch me once."
Look at him. He's like,
he knows he's a fucking Chad.
He has no emotion. He doesn't move. Look at him.
He literally stays posing, bro.
Like from page 11 on the official manga app, from their eye when Kohaku punches the shit out of Ginru for being a perv, right? Because Ginru.
Immediately, bro. This man, from his perspective, 10 seconds ago he was dying, impaled through the stomach. He's back. He sees titties. He goes. What a man.
Bro, like, here's the thing, right? Yo, Taiju is not the bottom of the barrel anymore because this man actually got cucked. Look at him. Think about it for a second, right? We talking about a joke about how Senku's cucking Taiju, right? But this is a true cucking, right? Ginru goes up with a boob hug, gets smacked down. Kohaku sees Senku, goes up to hug this man. Senku gets that smile like, yes.
Yeah, I mean, this is a genuine lesson, men, in like how to get women to like you. You treat them like people, and you know, honestly, I mean, I hate to admit it, but like that whole I don't really care thing, it works. You know what I mean? Like, if they think you're desperate, like, please love me, that ain't gonna work. But if you're like, nah, I'm not really into that whole love thing, they're gonna be like, oh, he's so fucking dreamy.
Like, look at him. Look at Senku. Senku's like, yeah, Ginru, this is what you want, huh?
Because
you can't have it.
Senku definitely has zero romantic feelings towards Kohaku. I don't think that he has a romantic bone in his body. But what I do want to know is, does Kohaku have any for Senku?
Probably not. No, you never know.
Because, like, I mean, I don't know if maybe that's what the author's trying to confirm here, where, you know, this other girl I forgot the name of says, no, it's not that kind of hug. I don't know if that's what they're confirming. I hope not. I'm okay with it being completely zero romantic. This is just like a friend. Like, we are fucking friends, comrades. Like, for everything you've done for us, I'm okay with it. Like, honestly.
Yeah, because I mean, because think about it. Because she's from she's been
bro, speak. Holy fuck.
It's brain fart, bitch. So
that was bad.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway,
Dio just came in and stopped time.
From that one chapter when Ginru got stabbed to now, she's been turned to stone. She's been turning to stone for months. For a month.
Oh yeah, well, and remember too, like what she did, the plan she did. I don't know if it was months, our time months. I have no idea what the time.
Yeah, our time months. That's what I meant.
But like, yeah, because remember the plan that she did, it required a lot of faith in him. You know, it was like she willingly went up there and got turned into stone, if I'm remembering correctly, because it was like, well, Ginryu is gonna die if I don't petrify him right now. And I just have to place all my trust in, like, because think about the level of trust that is to not run away immediately from the petrification device. Because, like, you know Senku, you've seen what he does, and you're able to be like, yeah, no, as long as Senku's out there, it doesn't matter if it takes months, years, I'll be saved. I know I will be, because Senku's out there. It reminds me, there's a great episode of Doctor Who.
How very fascinating.
Okay, so my guy, you really have to. You got to tell them to wait until we're done. Like, we only have 2 to review, and it really throws me off when I have to stop like this. Like, I get in a groove, and like when I have to stop, it fucking ruins the whole mood.
I got you.
Like, so like literally, we'll be done in like a half hour with like both videos. Like, this will be like 10 more minutes. That one will be like 20 minutes. So like, tell them to fucking chill.
20 minutes.
You don't think My Hero is gonna be? My Hero is not gonna be more than 20 minutes.
Oh, all right, tell me you're recording right now, please.
Oh, I am.
Yes. We're shit. No, we can't do that. My academia is going through so much shit right now.
It's fine. It wasn't bad. But, like, not a lot to talk about. He just there's not a lot. Shut up. We're talking about this later. Okay.
You shut up. You started.
What were we talking about in Dr. Stone? Oh yeah, no. So
I don't know. You were rambling. Anyway.
No. I stopped like right when you left. The whole point is for you to hear it.
Did you say nigga?
No.
I keep in mind, I'm not mad if you say it, but
I literally didn't. I said I stopped right as you left. The whole point is that you hear it.
Oh, because I don't know where I heard it from, but if you said that,
making accusations. Are you trying to cancel me?
Please, I would fight Twitter by myself if they tried to cancel you.
Do you realize the power you have? As the one black member of Controlled Chaos, you could come out and just own this channel.
You are uncancelable because I don't give a fuck. It's not that big of a deal.
Right, but like, think about it. You could be like, both of them are actually racist.
Context and intent. If I'm not offended, I'm not gonna let these fucking hotep assholes try to cancel my friends because what? They said a word.
Thank you. Anyway, I didn't though. Moving on. No, so the point I was saying was it reminds me that trust in Senku. And it reminds me in Doctor Who, because he's a time traveler, there was a moment where someone that traveled with the Doctor went to like this cliffside that was like a monument, a universal monument, right? And she like graffitied in it like these coordinates of like where she was going to be. And then she literally just jumped out of a spaceship knowing that because he's a time traveler, eventually he'd see those coordinates and eventually he'd show up there because he's a time traveler. So she like literally like stole a thing from a spaceship and just jumped into the vacuum of space knowing 100% sure he'd be there. You know? So I love that trust that Kohaku has in him, and that fucking hug got me, bro. Oh my god.
Woo, I kind of love it.
We haven't even scratched the surface. That's one thing to talk about, bro.
Can I talk about the joke? Senku has an
divorce? Are we talking about the divorce right now?
I just forgot. Taiju's right. Taiju hasn't been there for that arc yet. He hasn't been there for the fact that...
Yeah, remember? That was the best arc of the series because Taiju wasn't there.
Taiju, Senku, when did you get married, my guy? Oh,
bro, Senku, again, you want to talk big dick energy? Like, Senku's been through like 3 bitches in the time that Taiju...
Yo, so he just like... And what's her name? It's just like, so...
The love triangle?
You got competition, huh?
I do love the Chrome Senku friendship is strong as always, by the way.
I love how Chrome just tries to change the conversation so quickly because he's just like shit.
Chrome's like, I actually do like her though.
I have no ground to stand on. Senku's just smarter, better looking, and
Chrome really is like off-brand Senku, isn't he? I still love him.
Welcome to the club, my boy.
I've seen tweets, though. I still think Chrome though. There's a tweet that I don't remember who put it out, but it was like Chrome is like in a way more impressive than Senku because Chrome has gotten to the level that he's at without any of like the advantages that Senku had. Right? Senku had the advantage of being in the modern world, seeing all that shit, growing up around the technology, learning it in a modern education system. Chrome is this smart without any of that. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I would say so.
I give him props. Obviously, Senku's still the biggest dick energy, but like, Chrome gets some. I'm just saying.
Chrome gets some.
Like Senku's gonna be his wingman, and then just fucking walk in and be like, "Listen, he's not as good as me, but he's a suitable replacement."
Give him that love potion. Then and a
Listen,
serious.
he's like me, but with sexual drive, ladies.
Dr. Senku fan theory. Senku's honing in his sexual drive towards the end of series.
I'll release it
when
once.
When the series comes, he's just gonna cuck everybody.
Taiju,
Taiju,
it releases
Crow,
all at once,
everyone.
and he becomes like a hentai sexual deviant monster. I got 3 years worth of nut. Actually, 4,000 years.
Senku's just like, I've been holding this in for 4,000 years. So,
bro, that's a hentai waiting to happen. Can someone say stomach inflation tag?
Someone's just gonna make someone's gonna make their own fan ending of Dr. Stone on hentai. Just be like, yeah, my name is Senku. we're all adults now, and
yeah, everyone's aged up. To clarify,
everyone's aged up. We did it. The Stone World is gone, but there's only one big problem. I haven't nutted in 4,000 years.
So dumb. I was actually gonna say, I think it should be literally illegal to draw hentai of Senku. Like we have to decree it now. Like, you cannot draw him fucking. It's against his character.
Rule 34. If it exists, there's porn of it.
Rule 34 does not apply to Senku. His intelligence overrides it.
I mean,
think about it. Have you seen a hentai of Senku yet? That's right. That's
not yet.
That's what I thought.
Mean,
and it has 100 how many chapters, and not yet? That's impressive. Senku fucking.
Yeah,
no one wants to lewd Senku, bro. Senku's unlootable.
To be fair, I haven't seen any of Black Clover or.
Well, that's because who wants to fuck Asta? No one. Fictional women created by an incel author.
Incel author?
I had to. It's not true.
This man had a baby. That was so cringe. That was so try hard. It was so cringe. Please, leave the jokes to me, Wiz, okay? Leave the jokes to me. You just stick to your smartness. I'm the jokester.
I'm kidding, by the way. Holy fuck! I just wanted a reaction. It's because look at Asta, ultimate incel.
Ultimate. I think Asta just has no sex drive. I mean, he does, but he
wants to fuck the hell out of that nun. What are you talking about?
No.
He wants to desecrate the church with his seed, bro.
It literally implies that Asta is literally mistaking maternal love for actual love because he's been an orphan.
He's got a mommy kink.
No,
he wants to suck the milk out of them nun titties.
He's an orphan who doesn't have any parents, and the first person who probably showed him some maternal love is the nun. So he's confusing like family love with lust.
You know what that means? He wants to fuck his mom.
No.
Fucking Freudian complex. I think is it Freudian? Sigmund Freud. That was all like he was a therapist that went.
Yeah, but I mean, it's different. It's different.
I'm talking. Bitch, there's a therapist that's famous for basically figuring out. I don't even know if it's confirmed, but his theory was men go after women that remind them of their mom, and women go after men that remind them of their dad. So basically, we all secretly want to fuck our parents. Was his theory? So apparently, your mom's an Asian big tittied MILF. Yeah.
I mean, my mom's a black big titty.
An Asian big titty.
But I mean,
you heard me.
I mean, I love my mom, but I love my mom from a respectable, son.
I'm kidding. Thing. Well, I'm sorry. You're too scared to say you want to fuck your mom in a joking manner on a YouTube video because she might see it.
First of all, my mom doesn't give a shit about this. Secondly, is you already know we're gonna get in a few years. They're gonna be like, these guys are incest. Moms.
Think about me, man. Think about the fucking what I'm sacrificing, the fucking career paths I want to go down. I'm so fucked. Ugh.
Good thing no one cares about game developers unless you're an actual piece of shit.
My hope is that people, by 10 years from now, people will have been canceled so much that we just get sick of canceling people. And then it's I think everyone has to be canceled. And then when, you know the Incredibles quote, when everyone's canceled, no one is.
Pretty much.
Anyway, back to Dr. Stone.
So I'm
So,
talking about the end here. So
bruh. Oh, so
it's
first,
fucking
we got to go
crazy.
in
I
order.
never.
Okay, well, hold on. Wait. I don't want to jump right to the thing. So, the first thing is I want to first talk about this voice trying to fucking activate the thing worldwide. That fucking blew my mind.
Because my thing is
What is
with
that?
that.
12,800,000 meters? Oh my god. Hello? Bruh.
Okay, so what gets me is the like because my thought process was like the Y man is just like because what's crazy is that when I first saw that shit I was like hold on because they called her because when Ryu called the first time when she called the first time I was like oh she's probably saying you're not alone blah 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 whatever and then when they called her back she was like oh I've been
You guys have been sending weird shit.
yeah, because I didn't. That's fucking writing
And that makes
genius.
sense because it's Senku's voice.
No,
That's
no,
the big thing.
it's
Senku's voice somehow.
genius, bro. Because think about it. Because they're like, oh, we can finally hear you now. You've been going through, and then she's like, you've been sending us an odd message. I didn't. Oh my god, I didn't get that shit till fucking now. Because she's like, oh, you're sending us an odd message, and then he's like, then Yukio's like, the message was cut off by a stronger one, and then it's fucking
In
what
Senku's voice, somehow, it tries to activate the fucking petrification device to be another worldwide one.
because that's fucking insane.
That shit.
So because that's so this must mean that because it blew my mind because I didn't think about this until just now. Was that maybe this press because we one of our theories was the petrification device must have been something huge, right? We thought like this little device was just like a small piece of like
Yeah, that's interesting.
but shit that if this is legit, that shit literally has reach of the fucking earth. If
Yeah,
that's legit.
this little thing's powerful. This can't be the original. Man, that's gonna blow my mind. If this is the original one, that's crazy.
Because it's like along the device, okay, they kept the device away. It didn't activate, so that's good. So what fucking blew my mind was when he was like, one thought the meter shit, too much math. The meter
The
shit was the,
exact diameter of Earth.
oh, I was like, well, did you know that, Mr. Smart Person? Did you know
No,
that?
I mean I wouldn't know that off the top of my head, but like when I saw a number that big, I was expecting it was planet wide.
So what's crazy is like this bigger problem. That sounds like Senku's voice. Holy shit!
That's crazy. I can't even
Senku
fathom how that would be.
bro? Senku has a evil twin
Oh
brother.
god, the classic evil twin brother.
So it's
Please
crazy. So that opens up so many goddamn questions now. Like was Senku like brainwashed at the beginning of the series? Did he petrify the earth?
Evil
Have you,
Senku.
have you ever
Evil
played?
Senku.
So have you ever played Bioshock?
Yes, Andrew Ryan? Are we talking about Andrew Ryan right now?
Okay, so basically, for all of you viewers who don't know, I played demo of Bioshock, whatever. But I had
I
a
love
good friend.
Bioshock.
I had a friend who explained the story to me. Bioshock, one of the best freaking video game stories of all time,
Oh yeah.
proves that video games can write compelling stories. And it's
Also, by
art
the way,
form.
fun fact: that game is about how if you go full libertarian, as in like completely no government at all, it will fall apart. Like that literally is what that game. That guy, the Andrew Ryan, wanted to create a libertarian paradise, which is essentially a place where he could escape all government rules because he felt like the government was like hindering his ability to create like new like products and shit. That's what. So like for example, like the plasmids in that game, like the FDA, like the government was like, no, you can't do that. You know what I mean? Like that's clearly illegal, right? And he was like, fuck you. And then he decided to make a city underwater like that. So big political messages, as in like, hey, I know we all like to say fuck the government, but like it's good to have some government. Anyway.
Yeah. So the reason why I bring this up is because basically, spoilers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It turns out that the initial plane crash at the start of the series was you, like the main character. You caused that, and so basically, what happens is you're basically being controlled. Like the main character has a very hypnotic. Has a hypnotic sense to the word would you kindly. So if you say would you kindly to them, they would do whatever you say after that. Like say like would you kindly kill Red? Like he'll do that. Would you kindly buy me a
like a
drink.
sleeper
Like, he'll do
cell, a
that.
sleeper soldier, basically, that activates to
Like
a
a
certain
super
word.
soldier. So basically, the entirety of the series is revealed that majority of the events of the series you caused, but because you were being manipulated behind the scenes by someone. I forgot who. I haven't played the game, but I know.
Fontaine, I think. I don't. It was the guy that was pretending to be like, I need to find my family. Please help me. And then he told you to kill Andrew Ryan, but Andrew Ryan was, I mean, he wasn't a good guy, but he wasn't like the bad guy either. So yeah.
Yeah. So this shit, that reminds me of that a little bit, right? Like.
So like you think actually like this is actually like a pre-recorded Senku message potentially?
I thought about it. That's the first thing that went through my head, like a pre-recorded Senku message. That's the first thing that went through because it makes sense.
I mean, that'd be more exciting, right? Because like my first thought was something a lot more boring, which is just like like if you ever played the Batman games, like Batman has like some tech where he just like takes like jarbled up Harley Quinn, like he records like Harley Quinn speaking, and then he can just make her say whatever from like all the syllables that he recorded. So I was thinking like some other person that made some tech and like they are fucking with voices. But yours is way more exciting, and I would rather it be that.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's the first time he's actually accepted one of my theories.
Well, yeah, because in terms of a narrative structure, like it would be shitty if the reveal was actually it has nothing to do with Senku. It's just a trick. Like that'd be boring. So yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, it makes sense, right? Because we saw some. If we go back to chapter 1, I have my manga volume somewhere.
The official manga volume.
Everyone was in school at the time, right?
Don't forget, like a fucking stone bird fell from the sky too. Like that means someone was fucking testing it, bro.
So we have it. Senku was at school, watching Taiju confess to Yuzuriha.
Yeah, and don't forget, the explosion didn't come from anywhere within the school. It came from somewhere else. Like we saw it coming from a different location, and then it came towards the school.
Because we have someone who's literally, because it's crazy because. The author's so good at writing. Read ISO 21, by the way. Back to Dr. Stone. He's like, what's the Kohaku's sister's like, you're sending us an odd message, right? So from the last chapter where they're trying to say reach Senku to now, I'm gonna have to assume that from that chapter to now, the Y-man's probably been speaking. Because,
yeah, it's just been that repeating, like, this many meters, 1 second, like, trying to fuck with him. And I'm going to guess this guy is the Y-Man or connected to the Y-Man.
Yeah, because I'm trying to read between the lines. From what I'm getting, it seems like the person's been trying to send that message for a while now.
Yeah.
Because even then, right? Because it's crazy. Because I thought the author was just trying to make a wholesome moment. Last chapter was like, oh, Senku, we're here. We'll hope you're okay. And Senku's like, no, we're not alone. But no, he was like, no, that's not the case at all. Fuck
no wholesomeness.
Fuck your wholesome shit. This is like, it was actually a lead up to this. Because they weren't trying to reach Senku. They thought Senku was trying to reach them. And that's why they were calling back. They're like, Senku, you've been sending us an odd message.
That's a beautiful fucking twist.
Right? And then we're just like, he's like, we were trying to swap stories, yada, 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 right? And so the signal was cut off by a stronger one because I guess over there they were actually reaching the Y-man's signal. So it was probably staticky because, as they say here, they couldn't hear us.
Long range, very far away.
Yeah, long range. So from what they were hearing, they were probably thinking that the Y-man, who was actually really not Senku, but sounding like Senku, was doing the staticky talk, and then they were like, because they're from Caveman, they're probably like, I'm trying to tell us something. What's up, Senku? And then they're replying back, and then when they finally got a clear note, the stronger signal came in because the Y-man fucking yelling, right? And then when they finally come through...
the strength of a signal has nothing to do with how loud the person is, but that just means he has better fucking radio technology, honestly.
Yeah. So that fucking one... The meters in 1 second, that shit fucking got me. I was like, oh shit. I was like,
oh yeah, man, trying to do a whole nother worldwide one.
Did you know what's crazy? I'm so fucking stupid for this, but I literally thought it was Abraham for a second. I was like, what the fuck?
He's back.
I was like, how? But I was like, okay, no, doesn't make sense. So the device, by the way, thank God that shit wasn't close to the fucking mic.
Oh my God, right? Series over.
So
honestly, bro, like if he was just feeling a little tired of writing, like he could have just done it right there.
So she said, why is he considered like why such a specific number, and that's the meter of the Earth, which makes fucking sense, right? So, and then he's like, that Senku's voice, and I'm like, holy shit.
So
So
at this point, we need to figure out a couple things. One, it's time. I want a whole ass chapter of Senku fucking reverse engineering this piece of shit. I want him to fucking get a screwdriver, get some tools, and fucking like take. Well, because he's got to be careful, right? Because if I take it apart to understand it, but you have to be able to put it back together. Because I assume they don't want to completely destroy it either. So, and also like how it's probably fucking durable as shit. Maybe they won't be able to take it apart. Like, I just want him to study it, try to figure out what makes it tick, how it works. Then we need to understand this person that has the ability to mimic Senku's voice somehow, or maybe it is, like, how much can they make Senku say? Is it just this one phrase? Can they make him say anything? Because, I mean, that would be concerning. If so, they could have, like, hella tricked the people back at the mainland. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They could have had Senku be like, oh, you gotta fucking do this, that, the other thing, anything. You know what I mean? So, that's interesting. I mean, fuck, like, at this point, I want to see them get back to the mainland. I don't remember how long the boat trip was, but I assume they're going to get back to the mainland, have an actual reuniting, start studying this thing, and then at some point we got to figure out who the fuck the Y Man is. Yeah. Also, one last thing I'll say. You were talking about maybe like Senku somehow. I don't know. Like, were you saying like maybe somehow Senku was like the one that set off this thing in the first chapter? Were you trying to imply that?
Yeah, something
that would be interesting. I mean, I'm trying to figure out how it would work. Because I mean, we saw a bird fall from the sky. You remember that? Like, I keep latching onto that like stone bird that Taiju found. You remember that?
Yep, that was a big.
That implies that whoever had this thing tested it a couple times in the sky before doing the worldwide one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
like someone up there was like freezing birds, just fucking with it.
Because when this was created, we have to consider like, because like you said, if this is the actual device that fucking
did the worldwide thing,
that's huge. Because here's a few things, right? Our biggest thing was from the start when this arc first began. We were like, okay, so there's a device or something that they're using to petrify people, right? So our thought process was, and I hope you remember this, right? Comprehension. Yep. All right. Yep. So when we first talked about this arc, we were like, okay, so if they had something to petrify it, then they must have gotten from either someone from the original guy who petrified the earth, or someone who was a follower of the original guy, and who just like was giving it to Ibra or the
and we assumed that this wasn't the actual machine and it was just like a mini version. Maybe Ibra was like some dumb dude. He just like, all right, I'll bestow you with this if you do this for me, yada yada. But apparently not.
Yeah, so we found out that actually the device was in the fucking town way before then. Like that's
gonna be so weird if this is the only one, the only petrification device. That seems crazy.
Because we find out that this is like the fucking Sozu's town did have this shit. Like,
I'm gonna need some hella explanation, honestly, because that seems weird as fuck. That like think about it for a second though. Like, oh hey, we're going on this epic journey to discover the secrets of what happened, and then the first island we got to, there it is. Like, I don't know.
Because first things first, we have to figure out if there's a limit. So we know if the limit is probably an island wide. Still pretty fucking dangerous, mind you. Island wide, right? And so,
but I feel like whoever's doing this recording would know. Like, I don't think they would even bother if the planet thing couldn't happen, right?
Yeah, but that's why I figure it's probably a recording.
Yeah, I guess I really. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Whoa, you just blew my fucking mind. See, now I thought you meant it was a recording like I don't know, it was like some plan to like fuck over Senku once he got in the boat with the thing. But are you saying that this is somehow a recording from like chapter 1 when Senku originally did it?
Yeah.
You're going like hella deep in the theory pit right now. You're saying that somehow this is a recording of Senku's original act from chapter 1, bro. It's gonna be revealed, I swear to God. If Senku did it, it's gonna be one of those things where it's like he did it to like save humanity from something.
So like he's doing all of like maybe he lost his memory or some shit
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. Well, you would go mad in the fucking stone, right? Because think about. I mean, and I'm sure there might be some shit to disprove this. I'd have to go back to chapter 1 and see like how he was reacting and shit. But like, what I will say is potentially you could like think of, for example, like the Cora, whatever the hell virus right now. Obviously, I'm hoping that doesn't become a huge thing. Yeah, thank you. My corona virus. But like, imagine like
the doctor who was working on it was
no. I'm saying like just in general, a huge plague is happening, right? What would be a very good way to just stop a plague from happening? Petrify humanity for a couple thousand years until the plague dies out, and then get humanity back. You know, like if somehow Senku had knowledge of like a cataclysmic event that was going to happen. And then he could just like, well, let me just pause humanity real quick and then unpause it after it's averted. You could technically do that.
Because I mean, it makes sense, right? Because I like what you said. Like, why would they, if the person who over the recording knew the limit of it, why would they try to save the Earth, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, so that would make sense. Because if a recording would be like, okay, so a recording is that meter is 1 second, right? And so if that was the case, then it would make sense that it's a recording because clearly they've either done it before or they know why they want to petrify the world again, right? Because we have to consider why the white man was saying why so much, right? Because that's a big thing.
I remember the first time that happened is when Senku and the boys they got the radio going on, right? And then my assumption was that the Y man was pissed at the fact that someone else had radio technology other than him. That was my original assumption.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole sentence. Continue.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So I'm just it's just too many puzzle pieces to go in through, because if this is actually a recording of Senku's voice, and I like your thing about the him stopping a virus. So do you think Senku's probably playing dumb right now, and it's going to be revealed like he's playing dumb, and he's
either that or he's genuinely lost his memory, and it's going to be one of those things where like he's trying to figure out who did it. It's like, oh, I did it all along.
But so if that was the case, then we have to go back and look from the first few chapters
because we got clues.
Because the first chapter we saw that Taiju was, he saw the bird, right, and then they were all at school when that happened. So Senku was at school then, and from the device we see that it immediately because it says 1 second. So I mean, unless Senku probably has some sort of like radio shit at school, and he was like, oh, before Taiju confesses, that meter's 1 second. Right? Like,
yo, he was cucking him back then.
like that makes
sense.
Like, right?
Wait a minute, hold on, that's even better. So Senku's like, I'm doing this to save humanity from a plague, but also I'm going to choose to activate it right now.
because we'd have to, unless it's reviewed somewhere else, because it's all started at school, and keep in mind that it was on the other side, like far away from the fucking school. So if
I'm going back to the first chapter right now. I'm on the fucking Viz website. Now, notice how this right here, this is one of my favorite discussions we've done in fucking months. This right here, this is a good discussion because they've given us some theory crafting to do. Keep talking.
All right. So, yeah. All
right, I'm going back to the original chapter. God, the fucking art style has changed. Look at Senku on page 6. Oh, Lord have mercy. He's a nightmare. Bro, go to your Facebook.
So keep in mind, people. Keep in mind, people of the comments. This is all just theories. We're having fun making these theories right now.
Look.
Oh my God! Wow, that's a whole change.
It's a fucking nightmare. He's awful. I hate him. He's so much better now. He like slowly made him cuter and cuter.
So,
God, he looks like a fucking. They're supposed to be high school students. He looks like a 35-year-old man.
So back to what I was saying. So before you commented, like, actually, this is debunked in chapter 550 because
it's possible that it is, and if it is, tell us, sure, but in like a non-douchey way, because like, we have Thurman has a lot of series that he reads, and I have a lot of life that I have to live.
So, but this is some good theory crafting, man. This is some good shit. Like,
Yeah, no, this is very good. I'm going through the first chapter to see. I just want to see how he reacts when shit goes down, bro. Whoa! Hold up. Wait a minute. Okay, so interesting. So I don't know. Yo, we going game theory right now. I'm telling you, Thurman, go to your fucking volume right now.
My volume is.
I'm telling you, bro, this is some game theory shit. Okay, do you want me to just send it to you? I'm gonna just send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me.
Okay.
Send it to me.
So right before the fucking explosion happens, look at what Senku's doing, bro. This page, that page. Senku's mouth is on a fucking what I assume is like a juice box. I don't know, but look. Game theory, bro.
Oh shit.
Literally the last panel before the explosion happens is Senku's mouth on a thing looking sus as fuck.
Oh shit, because he bought something, because he was buying something from a vending machine.
I hit a mic in this fucking snack, bro. By the way, I am mostly kidding, but like I'm loving how absurd and like semi-possible this theory is. Yo, look, like legit, it looks like he's saying some shit in that. I swear to God.
Because it says has power. So, so look at the explosion. It's from the other side, right? So
Okay.
it says Taiju says, "Huh? What's that light?" So keep reading. Can you see Senku still anywhere?
Continuing through.
Yeah.
It focuses on Taiju for a long time, and then it goes around to like the president and all that shit, and around the world, yada 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 yada, and then you don't see Senku. Oh God. Well, yeah, it legit focuses on Taiju for that whole time after that. Oh my, no, like legit, it actually like does not go back to Senku. It's all Taiju after that until he fucking finds him.
So we really don't get to see Senku's reaction to the explosion at all.
Yo. Ho, ho, ho.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Wait a minute, bro. This calls for some. Hold on. Wait a minute. I need to get it up. Where is it at? Where's the game theory theme? Yo, here it is. Oh shit.
It's crazy because that panel right there, right? Because if this is the panel that's right after that, so we see,
Legit. If you want to go to your fucking volume, I just so you don't think I'm bullshitting you. It is that fucking weird panel of Senku with his mouth in that shit, and then it's all Taiju's perspective. It's Taiju, and then it's like around the world, and then it's back to Taiju until he finds Senku in like the wilderness.
Okay, so
that's fucking crazy.
Again, Taiju's buying a drink, blah 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 blah.
No, but like, I just want to make sure though, because people are gonna bring up, okay, what about his like dad in space? Would he do that knowing about his dad in space?
Shit, maybe he knew his dad was going to space.
Because
I mean, it makes sense, right? Because if we know Senku knew that his dad was going in space, right? So, because it makes sense because if Senku, let's say for example, Senku really didn't wanted to start over. He knows there are going to be people in space. It makes sense they're going to come down eventually, right?
Right. So maybe he. Are you gonna say he planned the whole thing with his dad? Like it's gonna be revealed. Like, all right, Dad, you guys are gonna come down, restart civilization. We're gonna wake back up. We're gonna work together. But like, there's got to be some sort of motive. Like, I would legit love it if Senku started the whole thing. Like, that'd be fucking cool as fuck. But like,
so why did the dad want to be an astronaut in the first place? It was because of Senku, right?
Oh, I'd have to go back and read. Maybe.
Because I remember it was because of Senku. He did it because of Senku, and then he was like, "Senku, I'm going to space." Because the true issue is what was the motive? So basically, what the third part of part 4 is going to be about is the petrification device.
Again, we're not super dedicated to this theory. Okay, like I'm 100% willing to admit, like honestly, I'm putting like 20% faith in this.
Yeah,
like,
20%.
I'm just having fun.
I am, but it's fucking fun. This is fucking.
It is kind of whack that like the last panel is him like with his mouth covered. Like they could easily be like, yeah, I was saying some shit into that fucking thing. You thought it was a snack. It was actually my receiver. You know, like they could.
Because it's crazy, right? Because what gets me the most is Senku's face in that panel when he's drinking. Because it makes it seem like he's looking at the light before he begins.
Yeah, like he's waiting for it to come, bro.
Like he looks like he's expecting it because
that's crazy.
Because so we see it from here that the tree, Senku's buying a drink, Taiju's preparing himself to say it. He's like, listen to me, Yuzuru, for these past 5 years, he goes blank, and then she's like, question mark, like, what the fuck are you doing? Senku looks, and then Taiju's like, what's that light? And then from there, we don't see Senku at all.
Yep. Until the end
so
of the first chapter.
So that's fucking sketchy as shit.
So,
that's
like, I just want to say, this is the wildest fucking theory in the world. And if we're right, we need worldwide props. We need props. The props that must come to this channel. Like, I'm going to share it, like, on the Reddit. I'll be like, look at the upload date, fucks. Look at the upload date, you fucks. Let's go.
If we called that, bro, we were destined for this.
Like, if we called that, blowjobs for everyone.
Yeah.
But mostly for us. Finally, let us get some.
So, yeah, man.
I don't know why I went there.
This chapter is definitely a 9 for me.
Wow, that was
5.
the best fucking discussion. That's honestly my favorite discussion in, like, months. That was some good shit.
Oh my god! Did you end it or no?
No. We still here, baby.
Oh, okay, shit. Well, I'm done, bro. Into part 3, part 4.
You gotta give your dumb number. Oh, you did. You said 9, right?
9.5, bro. This chapter was
you
so
upped it.
good. Like that theory, bro. That theory crafting, bro. That made it.
I love it. Yes.
And with that.
Peace.